Okay, so this is going to be just a little simple example of a contract written in Solidity through the Remix IDE. Um, and here we go. So I'll just explain a little bit of the code real quick, and then I'll do a little test to make sure that it's working fairly well. So as you can see here, I've commented pretty much most of it. So we've got to define the properties of a product, of course. So that's going to be right here. And then we need a counter to create unique IDs for the products. Need a way to store the products. So these are events for front-end applications. This is an example of the modifiers, or the modifier, excuse me. And then we have a method to retrieve the seller from the storage and check it against the caller or the message sender. So we have here the add a function, add a product function, name of the product, price of the product. Of course, those are things we need to know. And we have an incrementer or a product count in Solidity. Let's see. Yeah. So when we create the product, we add it to the mapping. The sender is the address of the person calling this function. Of course, we have to create a new blockchain, not create a new blockchain. Excuse me. Well, yes, but create a new product was created. We have some functions here. Buy product, check product, product has valid ID, ensure that Ether was sent, ensure there is no double spending going on, and that somebody's not trying to buy their own product. So this retrieves the details of the product. Then it has the ID of the product, produces the ID of the product, and then it returns the name, price, seller, and is sold. And then we have an example function using the modifier here. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a little example here. So we're going to deploy. We've compiled the marketplace code here, then we're going to deploy. And we can see that happened right here, so we're all good. You can also see that I deployed contracts at the bottom here has lit up. So we can just go ahead and open that up. So we can just do a few things here. Now we're going to see if we can add a product. Well, actually, before I do that, let's do a product count. Let's see what happens when I do product count. Excellent. All right, so we have here some of the hashing going on. And we can see the decoded output is 0, right? So we have 0 products because we haven't made a product yet. So let's go ahead and make a product here. So we're going to add a product. We're going to call it, let's just call it cars. We're selling cars. And the price of this car, $8,999. So then we're going to go ahead and transact that. And I think it has to do with my pricing here. Maybe let's try it without a comma. Let's see, yeah, I need to fix that, but let's see. Yes, okay, yeah, my bad. So that's an easy fix, but I can do that. But anyway, yeah, so $8,999. And let's see, just make sure this happened good. So we have 2 blocks now for the 2 things that we've done. And then transaction cost, execution cost. And boom, yeah, we have the cars and 8,999. So that's good there. And then one more time, we will just go ahead and do a product count and make sure, boom, right there. So we have successfully added a product. And that's just some of the things, a little example there. And then there will be more coming shortly. Thank you.